Hey everybody, welcome back. I hope you did a good job on your business projects. Continuing with chapter two, don't forget about the first two sections. It might be a good idea for you guys to go back and review them if possible. But moving on to chapter two, section three, we're going to talk a little bit about the six goals our nation strives to hit each and every year for the people in the country. The first goal that we have, or the first six goals that we strive to hit every year, is freedom, efficiency, equity, security, stability, and growth. All right, we strive to hit these each year. How do we strive to hit these goals each year? Um, and how do we get to the point where we treat the citizens fairly and hit these goals every single year, year in and year out to do this? Oftentimes and not, it is very difficult for our country to hit all six goals. Some presidents will focus on some goals more than other goals. Some presidents try to split them up, okay, evenly. All in all, they're very difficult to hit, but it's all the six goals are extremely important to hit each and every year. So the first goal for going back here is freedom. Number one, freedom. We have to be able to do this. We have to allow each member of our society to be able to make choices, to be free. They have to be able to have opportunities to own property and invest in businesses and start their own business like you guys did your business projects. People should be able to do whatever they want, whenever they want, however they want, as long as it is fair, as long as it's within the law. Some consequences of freedom and making your own choices. You guys are making the biggest choice of your life coming up here, just as well as people who start businesses or entrepreneurs do. If it fails or you don't get good grades, then you're gonna fail. Okay, so very difficult. You go to a tech school or you don't do a good job when you're a technician, or you don't do a good job as a plumber or a fitter, whatever it may be, welder. You're not going to get business, or you're not going to get hired, or you're going to get hired, and it's not going to take them long to get you off the workload. So freedom, it's us. It's our choice to be able to do these different things. Efficiency, using our limited resources wisely. Because of scarcity, and that scarcity always exists, if the factors of production are wasted, fewer goods and services will be produced over the long run. Okay? We must always try to use the lowest cost possible to produce any given amount of output through the production's possibilities curve. And that's why we have economists. That's why we're already starting to prepare for certain things within our country and how we're going to produce them more efficiently and more wisely. Equity. We encourage lawmakers to pad number three, equity. So we have freedom, efficiency, now equity. We encourage lawmakers to pass laws based on equal pay for equal work, fairness in hiring practices, and help for disabled workers. So I ask a couple different questions to the students that come in. Is taxation in this country fair? Some people will say we should have a flat rate tax. Others say we should have a step ladder tax, progressive tax system. Is the welfare system fair? Some people say it's abuse. Some people say the people that need it, it has to be there. It has to be in place in case somebody gets hurt on the job, or for the children. The children are not liable when it comes to, people abusing the welfare system. Is education fair? Okay. Is lower income counties getting the same education as upper income counties? And this is a big thing. So the federal government takes a look at this. That's part of their job, to do these different things, look into the welfare system, look at taxation, look at education. Depending on who's in power in our country at different points in times, these questions will be answered differently. Okay. So we have freedom, efficiency, equity, and now security. Number four, Americans want protection for risk beyond our control. We want security. We want security when it comes to workers' compensation. We want security for being provided for through social programs. A lot of people say, should we have these? Should we not have these? What should a government provide or not provide when it comes to the security in the country? And we're talking about financial security in these situations, but also militarily, how is our security being taken care of with that as well, as far as our borders are concerned, so on and so forth. Number five, stability. So we're going back. Freedom, efficiency, equity, security, now stability. Stability, the material well-being of an individual, a group, or a nation. This is measured by the average value of goods and services used by the average citizens during a given time period. Okay, period of time. The U.S. has a higher standard of living more than anywhere else in the world. Therefore, the average of goods can be higher more than anywhere else in the world, and services. Okay, so how many jobs are being produced? How many jobs are being created? Is our country stable? Okay, are we producing enough for the people? Do we have enough oil? Do we have enough gas? All right, all these different things go into this effect, and this is how stability is judged in our country. Number 6, growth. So we have freedom, efficiency, equity, security, stability. And now number 6, the last but not least, growth. Increasing the amounts of goods and services over the long run. As the population increases, our economy must also expand in order to provide for additional needs and wants. Does economic growth help our nation meet other goals we've gone over? So we have a discussion. Does the growth help the Social Security? Does the growth help military? Does the growth help freedom, efficiency, being able to get and create jobs? Okay, so as we do these things, as we do all these 6, and as our country expands, does this growth and being able to expand our country help these other 6 ones? Some people would argue yes, some people would argue no. Okay? Our country and the responsibilities it has as a government. The U.S. has numerous rights established in our country that you have. You can either enter into any business or profession you choose. You can work very little and become very rich. You can work very little and be poor and be a bum. Or you can become a workaholic and work 3 jobs, which some people do. People do both in this country. You can buy whatever you want, of course, as long as you have the money to do it. And some people don't even have the money to do it, and they'll go into credit card debt, and they'll still buy whatever they want, and then it comes back to bite them later on in life. Okay, we'll get into that later on. Okay, according to the book and according to the government, these 3 things absolutely have to happen in a capitalistic economy. It depends on them. Number 1, you must, each and every one of you in my class, must support yourself, and when you have a family, contribute to supporting your family. This is the goal we all try to reach in life. Okay? How do we get to this goal? A lot of people take different ways. Some of you will choose to go in the military. Some of you will choose to go into a tech school. Some of you will choose to work after high school and try to make it that way. Some of you will choose to go to a 2-year school. Some of you will choose to go to community college. Some of you will choose to go to a 4-year school. Some of you will choose to go to a graduate school after that. Okay? And then be spit out into the job world. However you choose to do it in a capitalist society, it is of utmost importance that you are able to support yourself financially and your family. Number 1. Number 2, responsibility to use your education to become a productive member of society so you can have an educated opinion on who you vote for. Okay? Whether it be for the president, Senate, House of Representatives, the governor, attorney generals, judges, you have to be well schooled so you can make thought out educational decisions. That was our founding fathers, if you remember that. And number 3, and this kind of piggybacks onto this one, responsibility for electing responsible government officials. Citizens need to have knowledge and be informed about officials in order to have an effective free enterprise. Why do you think we have debates? All right. Why do you think the news tries to cover these things? Tells you what's going on. Newspapers, you read about them. Both presidential candidates write books. All right, these are all different things. Okay, so now that you know the 6, freedom, efficiency, equity, security, stability, and growth, all right, you work for the government, and your job is to create a countrywide newsletter of what the 6 goals for the nation are this year. The grading requirements are 15 total points. Title, name, date, name on the newsletter is 2 points. Pictures depicting the goals of the nation is 2 points. Explanation of what each goal means is 6 points. What each citizen is responsible for to make the nation successful is 3 points. And what will happen to the government if the goals are not acquired, 2 points. And you're supposed to take those directions and you guys are going to put them into a newsletter. I kind of posted my newsletter here. So the first one, okay, the first paragraph is what each citizen is responsible for to make the nation successful, okay? And then the second paragraph is for what will happen to the government if the goals are not acquired. So those are, so if you see here, those 2 paragraphs are right here. And then the 6 goals I put around the newsletter with a small kind of excerpt on what each the definition is of. And you can use their PowerPoints to do this. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the 2 paragraphs were of 4 and 5, okay, that were in the main spot. You can use a different template if you like. I have the date, I have the name of the newsletter, GM newsletter, I have the title, I have my name on it, okay, I have a title down here, the 6 goals of the nation, okay, with explanation, with what each citizen is responsible for, and then the last one is what will happen to government if the goals are not acquired. So these are the things. You're going to submit that in the Dropbox for 15 points. Make sure that you get that into me in a timely manner. All right, guys, if you have any questions, please email me. Schedule a Teams meeting. Do whatever you'd like to do. If you're not coming in and you're confused about something or you just want to talk about the class in general, just get caught up, email me. We can set up a Teams meeting, and we can get you back on track. All right, guys, have a nice day.